Your information station, WTIM.
It's a WTIM morning show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I have Lincoln Land Community College Taylorville Director Dee Kruger back in studio. Welcome back, Dee.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you here. And one of the things that you guys offer and that you've talked a little bit about for a while is your Microsoft Office training classes as part of your community education curriculum. Tell me, you've had a couple of them. How have they gone?
They went pretty well, I think. It's always fun getting back in the classroom and brushing up on your skills as a teacher as well as, but I had great students. We got through the curriculum in time, so that's always important. These classes are really 8 hours worth of training, and it's a lot of stuff thrown at you at a time. Mm-hmm. And then you may not remember how to do everything, but at least you'll have a book to take with you and say, oh, I do remember we did that. So right. I know it's possible. So it's a great reference tool as well that they'll get for their registration fee.
Okay. And so it sounds like trainings are still ongoing. And
yes.
Okay, great.
Excel's this week. Excel level 1's this week. And then in a couple weeks is Excel level 2. And then we'll have Outlook. That one's going to be different because that's the first time I ever taught Outlook. I went through the book, no big surprises there. Mm-hmm. So that's always exciting. And I learned a few tips along the way. So that's always a plus. But yeah, these are great courses just for fun, no homework, no grade, just for fun to, enhance your office skills in the workplace or at home.
Well, that is at llcc.edu and under your community education tab, I would imagine you'd be able to find more information. Mm-hmm. All right. Fantastic. Yep. Well, and let's talk a little bit more about your classes. You are in the middle of classes a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. Where are you right now in terms of the school year?
We're on the downhill. We got about 6 weeks left to go. And then we'll have graduation and commencement just around the corner here. It seems to be going very quickly because next week we open registration for fall.
Wow. So
yeah. And I never know what semester I'm in. We were talking about that earlier, and I have a hard time too, because I'm planning so far in the future a lot of times. Start to get confused in. But yeah, summer registration is open, and so is fall will be next week.
Not next week. Okay. And so you are in the middle of spring quarter semester right now. Great. And so tell me about fall. I know it's not open yet, but right. Do you have a preview of some classes that you might not see in other quarter or semesters?
Not really. We stick with our general education courses. We're still trying to build back our foundation of students. We don't want to get too crazy and offer things that only 5 people are interested in. But hopefully we have some technology on the way to where we might be able to do that. We'll try it out hopefully this fall with a speech course or so where we don't have a teacher not in the classroom. So that should be exciting if all that goes and falls into place.
Interesting. Tell me a little bit more. How does that work?
You have technology cameras in both classrooms along with TVs, and the teacher, or if a student's speaking, it'll go to the student. It's a lot better than long distance learning used to be, because used to be the words would come out maybe 5-10 seconds later. But it's all real time. We're excited about the opportunity because Litchfield has a hard time finding a speech teacher at one. Mm-hmm. So we thought that would be a great, way to start it, is to have the Taylorville teacher, share with and transmit to Litchfield.
And you can tell me, you can adjust my answer a little bit based on the way I summarize it, but it sounds like it's a good way to have flexibility among the LLCC system.
Yes.
Say that there's an instructor for math at one institution, say Taylorville, but not in Litchfield.
Right.
And that allows you to be able to still have the class, even though.
Exactly.
That sounds like
and also with Springfield, I may not have enough students for Trig, but I have 5 or 6. So, they could join the class in Springfield with, just driving to Taylorville would be the whole thought process.
Oh, fantastic. And you said that'll be available in fall, perhaps?
Crossing our fingers that it all goes together for fall.
All right. That sounds fantastic. I'm really interested to learn more on how that works.
Yeah. Well, if we ever get it set up, you'll have to come out and try it on.
Absolutely. And one other thing that you guys have all the time is your aviation program. We had the program director on a little while ago, and he told me all about aircraft mechanics. What's your elevator pitch to join the the aviation program? Dee?
Gosh, there's all kinds of jobs out there. There some as local as Bloomington. And then of course once you get trained, you're nationwide. You can go anywhere with that program. So that's kind of cool.
Well, and on that note, it's a Federal Aviation
Yes.
Administration. Well, it's up to the standards of the FAA, and so that's why it's a nationwide job potential too.
Yes. Yeah, you just can't go open up your own aviation center if you want to. And there aren't that many around the area. So Lincoln Land's really lucky to have that program. It's a little more costly than our other programs, but boy, once you get done, you do have a lot of skills.
You got a lot of pay opportunities and advancement from what I understand.
Definitely.
Dee, what other kinds of non-traditional college course type education do you have to offer the community? Say, welding or any, obviously, there was one other that we talked to a little while ago as well, but I'm having a hard time remembering, but
maybe we offer CNA welding.
Well, CNA is definitely along the lines of where I'm thinking of what you normally offer, but welding, trades and stuff.
Now you're putting me on the spot. I'm going to have to really think outside the box here.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about your CNA and medical, what you have to offer there.
A lot of our classes in the summer are geared towards our health professions in general. All of our health professions have requirements, prerequisites before you can get into the program. And those sometimes include biology, microbiology, chemistry, psychology, sociology. So since 45% of my students are pursuing some healthcare degree, that's the bulk of what I offer.
Interesting. Okay. 74%?
45.
I don't know where I got the 70.
45 is still an amazing amount.
That's nearly half. Yeah. And well, you also alluded to it a little bit when you were talking about the aviation program cost. Somebody might be thinking, how can I pay for all of this? Your elevator pitch.
Right. Of course, the first step would be FAFSA. Everybody should file their FAFSA now for fall classes, summer and fall classes. That's your first step because that's going to open up the door for Illinois MAP grant, loans, which I always, steer away from loans a little bit. But with the aviation program, you might need to take out loans, but you're going to be employed at such a high rate, you're going to be able to pay them back in no time. So it's not too bad if you do have to take out loans.
Right.
But, I don't really suggest that, CNAs take out loans because they're not going to have the income to pay it back, but a nursing degree. Oh yes.
Right.
If you have to use loans,
if you plan
can do
to
that.
take that CNA and transfer it into a registered nursing career.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. And is there, I guess what I want to know is summer's coming up for as far as that. Is it too late to file FAFSA for summer?
Nope. You can still file it. Yep. I would do it soon because I think our tuition is due May 17th or the day that you register after that because classes start June 5th.
Okay. And applications for scholarships are open, or were they opened?
They were open and they closed on March 1st.
I beg your pardon.
And the committee has met and I've reviewed my share of applications. The committee is so interesting. They have like over 25, 30 reviewers.
Okay.
And then they divide them all up amongst us so we don't see all of them because that would be impossible to scan over like 350. I think they said it was close to 400 this year. So we need a lot of reviewers to do that.
Yeah.
And it's such a fair system. It's really amazing how it's all wrapped up and it's fair. You don't even have to know what scholarship you're applying for. But those scholarship announcements should come out, by May 15th or so.
Okay.
Students, of course, will know first, and then you'll get a news release and you'll be able to tell everybody about who got scholarships. Yeah.
I'm really excited to see who is getting those scholarships. And how many of those scholarships that you give out every year would you say are, say, CNA or otherwise?
Gosh, I really don't know. That's a good question.
Okay. Well, we'll have to take that into the timeout then. And that's Lincoln Land Community College Director Dee Kruger here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from her after this short break right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your streamer brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark. People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville is in the middle of their spring semester, and Director D. Kruger is excited for the summer. And it's because, not because you get a time off, although that is one reason why you're excited for summer, but also you have a lot of great programming coming up here for Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. Tell me a little bit more about it.
We still have 3 for free, where a student can get 3 free credit hours and their textbook paid for. They must meet one of the criteria that I'm going to talk about. They have to be a high school graduate or graduating this year. Be an LLCC student who has not taken a class the previous semester. However, if they took college now or dual credit courses, those don't count, and we'll still give them a scholarship.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You can get 3 credits for free.
Free, yeah, you sure can. That's it. This is through a grant through the federal government, of course, and it's to try to get students to come back to the community colleges, and boost up our enrollments. Not that the universities are seeing a boost in theirs, but everywhere's, kind of seeing a decrease in student body right now. So anything that we can do to enhance or entice students to try us out and think about staying is, an important tool that we have.
Yeah. That is really important. Is there anything else that you'd like to include about that? Any registration information, how to sign up?
No, they just need to apply at Lincoln Land. First of all, go to llcc.edu and click on the big apply button in the upper right-hand corner. That'll give them an email address and their login information, and then they can log into the form. Just search 3 for free on Lincoln Land's website, log into the form, and then you'll be notified, I think, within 48 hours if you've been accepted or not.
Fantastic. Is there criteria where I might not be accepted for 3 for free? I think you mentioned it, but
yeah,
review it again.
If you're a current student, pretty much you're not allowed. It'll be mostly for new students or college now or dual credit students.
Understood. As you mentioned, it is a way to get people into the community college scene and hopefully keep them there. And towards whatever goal they may have.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of goals, I guess, while we're on that topic, what kind of goals do you often see students come into Lincoln Land Community College Taylorville seeking?
Sometimes they're straightforward. They have that goal. And those are the easy ones. The other ones are the undeclared or the ones with I want to do 5 or 6 things. And we have to narrow those down. If I do have undeclared students or ones that just don't know what they want to be, then we focus on gen eds, of course, to start with, but I also hook them up with the career services program. They can do surveys and help them determine, what area at least they might be interested in based upon how they answer 64 questions, for example. We have Career Coach. It's free. It's on our website. You can take a 64 question quiz, and it'll tell you what kind of jobs you may be good at or interested in based upon what you like and you don't like. So what I like about Career Coach is everything that you see, salaries, job openings, are within 50 miles of Springfield. So it's not some nationwide salary you're never going to obtain here in central Illinois, but it is within 50 miles of Springfield. I think the state of Illinois brings those salaries up quite a bit. So being around that employer helps them a lot too.
Okay. What's next on your summer programming list?
Our summer boost. It's no cost, no grades, no homework. Students can just get confidence in reading, writing, math, science, media, web design, college success skills, and employability skills. What we hear a lot from employers is that current students are lacking employability skills, those soft skills.
Like what?
Like coming to work on time, maybe calling in when you can't. Just those simple things. I mean, we see it all the time. Restaurants and businesses close because they don't have enough staff. So teaching them how to keep a job once they do get one, and refining all those skills that we've somehow lost during COVID, I'll say.
I hear you. And that's part of the Summer Boost program.
The Summer Boost program.
Okay. How can I sign up? Who's eligible?
Anyone's eligible. It meets Mondays and Thursdays in June. It starts on the 12th and goes through the 29th. The times vary depending on which program you choose. What I would do is just go to Lincoln Land's website. In the upper right-hand corner in the search bar, just type in Summer Boost, and you'll find all the information that you need.
Okay. One more question about it. Does it cost anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Free.
Summer Boost is free.
All right.
No cost, no grades, no homework.
You have a very busy schedule for summer. What else do you have coming up?
That's about it for summer
Okay.
programming, other than, our regular classes that we have. I know Springfield, I haven't gotten details on this yet, but I know they're offering some teen classes over summer.
Okay.
So that's something new, and we may plan on having her come in and talk about the new teen classes that they're having, because they
Interesting.
have a strong college for kids program.
Right. College
that
college
goes
now, right?
Yeah. No, it's
Oh.
called. Well,
Beg
it's
your
been
pardon.
called a lot of things lately. It used to be called youth enrichment, but I'm not
Well,
sure.
anyway.
Anyway, for children that are aged, I think they start at 7 to 12.
Oh,
to
wow.
7
So
years.
even younger than, say,
Yeah.
your college now program.
Yeah,
Wow.
my kids went and did sticky science and all those kinds of things that they can understand at that grade level.
Wow.
And I think it instills, first of all, Lincoln Land's a place to go for education, and it might spark an interest in them early on, so they do know what they want to be when they grow up.
Okay. We got to go here in a moment, Dee. So your registration dates and information before you head off the rest of your Monday.
Sure. Summer registration is currently open. Registration for the Microsoft Office classes is currently open, and fall registration begins next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is Director Dee Kruger of Lincoln Land Community College, Taylorville, here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from her after this short time out. Actually, no, not more from her. She's going away. That's the end of the show. Thank you so much, Dee.
Thank you.
Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, or they put people first. As aforementioned, it is a Monday after all. Have a good one. It's WTIM.
WTIM.